Hi guys, it's Angelia. How's everybody doing today? Thought I would get on here real quick. Just got back from town and wanted to beat the sun again, or at least try this time. It's not too far behind me, so I thought I'd go ahead and do my video and show you guys the progress of the ice cream blanket. But another hot day here, and my chickens, the ones, well, yeah, here he comes. I thought he was going to hang out in his coop, but for some reason, the door's open and they can all come out, but he's sneaking up on me right now. Anyway, they've been wanting to hang out over there in the old hot coop. So, I don't know. It's crazy. I told my hubby, I said, I should have just let my babies out, I guess. And here he comes right on cue. You know, I'm almost going to... I've been thinking maybe I should call this the Jekyll the Rooster Show or Jekyll's Show or whatever. I tell you what, he won't be able to. I shut their gate right now, but like I was saying, they've had the whole everywhere to go, and for some reason they want to just hang out down there around that coop, and I don't get that, man. If I was a chicken, I'd be out in these out in the grass and out in the woods, but it's shaded all over this place, so they like all the shade. And like I said, we're surrounded by trees, and we got lots of shade. Our electric bill in the summertime, it isn't that bad, but in the wintertime, oh boy, it gets pretty bad because the trees hide the sun, you know. But anyway, back to crochet. Today is, I think it's the 3rd, I think. So I'm going to show you how the square turned out, and it turned out really cute. And I love the colors, and it really did. It was really cute. And so let me show you real quick. Got one of my hairs hung on it there, but I managed to get it done last night, and actually I didn't struggle this time like I have been. And I did go up there. This is a pattern by Sewrella. I think that's how you say her name. And I had mentioned that there was a PDF download. Well, I went up there last night and clicked on it, and it says it's no longer available. So I guess it's just available on her blog, and you can watch the video. So, but anyway, I think it's turned out really cute. And here we are. This was the first one, and this was the second for the second day, and this was for the 3rd day. And I think it's really cute. Now, I noticed that whenever on this part down here, she don't do it in her video, but I've been hooking it as I was making the double crochet on the back right there, so it wouldn't, you know, flop around or anything. Well, I've noticed it looks like it might be, I done it a little crooked, I think, but it's no big deal. Don't bother me. I'm just grateful that it didn't take me forever, because I think I'm beginning to get the flow of it, you know, and I'm beginning to have it. I've got it memorized pretty much. Of course, I've got all this memorized. It's just a granny square. And then I went and sewed it on to this one here, and I went around that. So I think it's turning out really, really pretty. And that's it. Papaya, Red Heart Super Saver papaya, and it works up really pretty. And then this is that soft pink from Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. And I did go to Walmart, and I did manage to get me just one skein of yarn today. I couldn't make up my mind. I'm trying to be good, and because I'm kind of holding out where maybe I can go to a Hobby Lobby, or we don't have no, what is it, Joann's close? I mean, it's a long ways off, and Hobby Lobby is about 30 miles from me, so I was trying to hold out, and I don't even know if it's on sale right now. I like going, that's when I go, is whenever it's on sale. But I did get just one skein of yarn today while I was at Walmart, and it was just a navy, I think it was a navy blue if I remember right, because I need to finish this elephant. I kind of forgot about it, and then whenever I was looking for something in my the closet in my craft room, there it was. I thought, I need to finish this because I'm making it for my granddaughter. So that's the only yarn I got today. But anyway, that's what we got there, and hubby's doing a good job, I think. And I'm using a 5mm hook, but if I was to make this again, I would go down a hook size. Because, I should have known my tension's pretty loose. I'd love to make some of these amigurumis that people make with the 5mm hook like that. I think it's in that Crochet Critters book, Sarah Zimmerman's. I have that book, and I believe she makes all hers with a 5mm hook, but I can't do it. And mine turned out way smaller because I usually use about a 3.5 when I make my Amy's. Unless I double the yarn, and that usually hurts my hand. But I did manage to get me some compression gloves today, and I had the hardest time finding those things. You'd think that whenever they have compression gloves over by the pharmacy, they had some there, but they had the I think it had menthol in it, and I didn't want that because I didn't know if that would rub off on the yarn and stuff. And so it showed on my phone on the app that there was some in the store, but I couldn't figure out where. But it was over where they keep the stuff, where it's like, I guess, TV things, like what they show on TV and everything. And I would have never done it because guess what? I don't have TV. And so I ain't had TV in, 6 years, I guess. And I absolutely love it. So if I want to watch something, I just get on my phone and watch that. But there are times I would like to have one, but not to subscribe to anything, but maybe to watch YouTube on it so I don't have to look down all the time and look at my little screen and, other programs and stuff. I just seen a wasp. I hope he flies off. But I've been watching the movie The Chosen. See it around here, Life About Christ, and I absolutely love it. And so I've been having to go back and forth, and it's like I said, my phone, I'm watching it on that. But I was telling hubby I'd love to get me a TV just so I can watch all that on the TV. Anyway, so back to that. I did get me some gloves, so maybe I can make me an Amy by doubling the yarn. I have made a bear that was a pattern of Olives of Stringy DingDings, and if you don't know who that is, I absolutely love her patterns. All her patterns are so cute, and I'll put a link down below if you want to go check them out. But I have made one of her bears, and I can't remember, but they look like the Care Bear. And so I made I think it was the Sunshine one, and I want to make the others, but they look just like the Care Bear, and they're just so cute. And so I had a lot of fun making that one, and I did have to double the yarn on that one because I wanted it to be a bigger one. But anyway, back to this. This is a free pattern on her blog, and like I said, she does have a video tutorial on how to make this. And I said it was called the baking blanket. It's called the Bake Shop blanket. So super cute. All right, now let's see. Now I forgot to mention what we're doing here is for those of you that are new, my hubby, I've asked him if he would go into my craft room and pick out two things of yarn, either skeins or scrap balls or whatever, and pick one out, one that's variegated and one that is solid, because we're alternating the backside, alternating every other square, one solid, one variegated, and doing the same thing with the ice cream. And so now it's time for him to pick variegated background in a solid color ice cream. And so he goes in there and he puts it in a bag, and I don't have a clue what he's putting in there because I love the excitement of not knowing, and then showing it, you guys the same, because you guys, a lot of you seem to like it. So, and it is a lot of fun, and me and Ashley have a lot of fun doing this. Okay, well, I'm fixing to open up the bag. That's cheating, ain't it? That just goes to show you I'm tired today, and this heat is getting to me. So, all right. So I have the things in here, and one of them feels like it's a ball, and the other one feels like a skein. So let's see what he got. And I told him last night, I said, see if you can try to wrap it up around, if it's a skein, try to wrap it around it, because last night I almost pulled it out whenever I was pulling the one out, and that's cheating. Let's see if I can get this ball out without pulling. I usually put those hair clips on them to keep the string from, because you don't know how many times I've untangled a mess and then put them back in there, and I forget to put the clip on them, and then I throw them back in there, and then when I go back in there after I've messed around in there looking for a color, it's all knotted up again. So I need to do that again. All right, guys, I think I got the string wrapped up. All right, what color did he pick? Ooh, he picked that real pretty. That is, I know it's a Red Heart Super Saver, because this is actually one that I put around that that heart blanket that I made. That is a Jayda Institches pattern, and I absolutely love that pattern. I think if I remember right, it's a baby. Yeah, it was a baby blanket, her pattern, and it was solid red, but then I went back with all like pinks and reds and just all kinds, and it turned out really pretty. I really loved that blanket, and my daughter did too. And I'm also making my friend one. But this was, I think this is what I put around the border of it. But yeah, I do. I love this so much. Okay, so that's going to be the background. Yeah. Okay, let me put this in the well, let me set it right here because I'm going to show it up next to whatever he picked solid. But that is a Red Heart Super Saver, and whatever colorway that is, I have no idea. But it does have all, it's got different purples and almost like a pink, and it's got white in there. That's really pretty. I don't think it's that. It could possibly be that it's that one that's called something block. Oh, I can't remember, but I can picture it on there. It's like they got a scarf on it, and some of it's solid, and then it starts showing the variegated stuff, and then some of it's solid, because I did actually buy it to make a scarf. And I've got enough now to where I could do that if I just did it. But like I said, my list keeps growing. All right, I got to quit talking. All right, guys, what color did he pick for the ice cream? Oh, that's going to be pretty. Look at that. And that is, and I've got yarn on my nose. I guess it's yarn. It's either that or a hair. That's going to be really pretty. Now, I know this is Mainstay Pink, and I love that color so much. So that's going to be really pretty. Up against that for the background with I might do brown cone this time, a darker color to make it pop. And I don't know what color of a cherry I'll put on there this time. I might do red, who knows? But let me see. That's going to look really pretty up. Yeah. Against this one. That's going to be pretty. I just love this so much. And I'm having a lot of fun doing this. Especially now that I'm getting a little bit faster at the pattern. Getting it down. Now that I've said that, I'll probably go in there tonight and just mess it all up. Because I've got to get it in gear, because I've actually got some things I got to get done before next week. 7 of them. So I keep telling myself, I worked on it yesterday, and then I was planning on working on it, not be gone so long, and then come back and work on them today. But I haven't gotten around to it. And but tomorrow I'm planning on just working on it and seeing if I can get the biggest part of it done. Because like I said before, I've gotten slow. I never was fast, but I have just gotten slower. But maybe those compression gloves will help my hands. Have any of you guys ever used them? I know Bonnie, you have. And I think Kelly mentioned it, and I think I actually seen a pair in your cart today, Kelly, when you were checking out that yarn. When she did that little short on the Pioneer Woman yarn and stuff. And I have to agree, those hooks, that case that those hooks are in, they're absolutely beautiful. And I don't know about the hooks, though. I don't know what hook. I didn't really read the box on the back of it. And to see what hooks they are, I started off on a, was it a, whatever Walmart carries. I think it's a boy. Boyd, or whatever it's called, I can't remember. And then I switched over to a Susan Bates because I was crocheting so tight because I was making a lot of amigurumis that the metal was just killing my hand. And then I've told this story before. What happened was my father-in-law, bless his heart, he I don't know, he had a toolbox type thing that my hubby inherited because he's passed away. And he had a broken crochet hook in there, and I thought, what in the world was he doing with a broken crochet hook? And of course, I'm pretty sure his wife crocheted, but I don't know if that would have been one of hers or why he had it in his toolbox. I don't know, but he was a man that probably just maybe used it for something. He might have found it and used it on the car or whatever, because everything that was in there was mostly for working on vehicles. And I found it in the toolbox, and I was like, what in the world? But the end was broke off, and I thought, it's a Susan Bates, and I want to try this. And so I actually took that hook, and I cleaned it up, because I didn't know where he had it. And I started using that hook, and I absolutely loved it. It worked. It just glided so much easier whenever I was using it. And I used it for a long time. And then finally I broke down, and I heard so many good things about the clover hooks. And I think I was reading an article on the Friendly Red Fox, how she talked about them, and I just finally, I pulled the trigger and got me a set of them. And I think I paid at that time $30 or maybe $20. I can't remember, and there was a set of them. And when I got them, I used them, and I absolutely love them. That's what I use now, and I've never tried anything else. Well, yeah, it's a clover, and I got it from Hobby Lobby, and I like it too. But I do love the other ones if I'm just working on something where I'm not having to do it real tight, because the metal hurts my hand. Which I guess you can add something onto it. And I actually did take that Susan Bates, and I did when I actually broke a clover hook not too long ago, and I had to buy me a new one. I managed to somehow or another wiggle that thing out, and I stuck that Susan Bates down in there, and I did use it. Oh, back to the case. Oh yeah, I don't know what kind of hooks are in that case, but those cases, there's two different ones, and they're absolutely beautiful. But $25, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I just didn't really think I wanted to pay $25. Now, if it would have been, you know, a hook that I've used, and for all I know, it could have been a boy hook or Susan Bates, but, you know, like I said, I use clover. Now, if it was clovers, then I would be more probably tempted, but I don't think it even said what kind of hooks were on it, and I just didn't want to pay. I wasn't going to pay $25, and I'm kind of struggling wanting to pay $6 for her yarn, which is a 3-weight. It is beautiful, but I don't know, whenever you kind of scoot down and you get like 480 something, and some of it you can get like almost 900 yards, and Red Heart Super Savers gain for like what, $1 more, $1.50 more. That's kind of like where I go. So, but if they had that marked down maybe for something, then yeah, I'd buy it. Yeah, I'd buy some of it, but not for the price it is now. Maybe they'll come down on it some once the new wears off. Who knows? But I can tell you one thing. I have seen the cakes, and can't remember who I saw doing it. But anyway, they're beautiful. I love the colors, and she does have some really pretty colors. So, I don't know. But anyhow, I guess I'm going to hop off here, and I'll have links down below where you can go check out everything I've talked about. And yeah, can't remember now half of it. So, but anyway, I guess I'm going to run in there and get cool. It's still a little bit before we have to do our chores. It's about time to feed the pig, though. I mean, she's got food out there constantly, but we give her lots of treats. She's spoiled, absolutely spoiled. She's got a big old mud hole over there. We keep it constantly. We have a sprinkler, and we constantly, all the time. Our water bill's pretty high, but you know, they get hot, and so I make sure she doesn't get hot. She's got complete shade around her, and but you know, if I could bring her in, I would. I can't do that. So, but anyhow, I'm going to hop off here, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful, blessed day, and I will be chatting at you guys real soon.